Swing. Throw it, I say! Throw it!
Atomic batteries to power. Turbines to speed.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Vince McSham with you here, and we are getting ready to take a look at the WWE 2K24 Bray Wyatt Edition Pack. By now everybody's heard about what's going on in there. We've got the immortal Bray Wyatt / Fiend costume that he was going to premiere prior, well, he died prior to premiering it, and not by much either. It was coming up very shortly. Unfortunately, he was taken away too soon. And we'll take a look at it there before we jump in. It also comes with the Mattel version of Bray Wyatt, which will up the roster another one there. And then we have Uncle Howdy, who's already in the game, but not quite like this, because now they finally scanned in Bo Dallas's face and physique. Everything else apparently is the same as the in-game content that we had prior, so it's not going to be a massive difference since the mask really does cover it up, but you have the option of removing the mask, making alternate attires, and you can make Bo Dallas Bo Dallas. All right, without any further ado, we are going to jump in and take a look at this thing and how it looks here on 2K24. Takes a minute for it to load up. That's just the way it is. The more patches, the longer it takes. Dale Santaford's in the house. Welcome, buddy. Good to have you back. I know it's been a minute.
Then. Now. Acknowledge me. You can't see me. Forever.
I should have bailed on that early. That thing tends to get the video blocked. I'll have to probably remove that out separately later. The music, not a problem. All the cutscenes and stuff, not usually a problem. But that little trailer, they will shut that shit down. So the package cost for this is $9.99. They wouldn't announce it until the day of, which I thought was odd. I think maybe they were listening to people's feedback before making a final determination, and a lot of people seem to say the same thing I was thinking. For what you're getting essentially 3 characters, sort of, even though it's really 2 characters. We've already got the Fiend in the game, but not with the new attire that we've never seen before. And again, the Bo Dallas update is nice, but the reality is you won't even really notice it, because the mask really covers up the vast majority of his face. But they did do a little bit of tweaking, so there is that. And then you get the My Faction stuff for people that use My Faction. I don't, so it doesn't really affect me. Let's take a look at what we've got here. We'll do a triple threat. Let's go with triple threat. Get all three of them in there. We got Halloween Havoc in here somewhere, don't we? Maybe I haven't unlocked it. I don't know if it's part of the base game. I had that problem with my save file a while back, and then when I reinstalled the most recent save I had prior, I lost a lot of the unlocked stuff that I had completed the men's missions on for your story mode. And that was all gone, so I had to redo that. I haven't done it. I've been working on the female side a little bit here and there. So, Halloween Havoc, no? There it is. I was going to say, I thought that was in there. And it's coming up also. Okay. Bray Wyatt 23 is what they're referring to it as. That's a mean-looking mask, I gotta say. Uncle Howdy 24. Almost surprised they didn't overwrite the first one. I mean, why would you even want this one anymore? But okay. And then I don't know if it's under Elite. Let's see. A lot of the figures are under Elite. Yep, there it is, Bray Wyatt. Bo Dallas coming in at 87, which is respectable for a guy who really hasn't been around in a minute. Jump in and take a look and see what we got. Firefly Funhouse intro. And then we're going to have to presume that this was his set entrance. I mean, he never got to that point yet, so they may have just decided we're going to stick with what's in the video game already. But he may have choreographed something totally different. We'll never know. And then the amount of detail, and we'll go into this later on, we'll go into the edit mode. But the lettering on the trunks that make up the pinstripe, it's got like his wife and kids' names and dates of birth. The mask on the back of his head, if you didn't hear already, is JoJo's face. They molded her face for that mask. But there's a whole bunch of detail in this costume that he really thought it through and put into it. Also have to wonder if there wouldn't have been a different theme song used, or if they would have stuck with this one or not. Personally, I would have liked them to go back to the original version of it. I always thought that was the best. Kevin Davis, it is $9.99. $9.99. For what you get, I don't think it's that much to ask. I think it's reasonable. We had no intention of getting this in the game at all, so the fact that they did actually put in a character that we wouldn't have had ever, we've never seen it. He hasn't ever been on camera before, so the fact that they went and did this, and I think this is the right year to do it. They could have easily waited just for 2K25 and done it there and could have had a part of a DLC pack. And most people would have been, happy with that, looking forward to it. So I think the fact that they got it out sooner, where there's still life left in this current generation game, And I like the Mattel figures. I know a lot of people don't. It's a back and forth thing there. Either you love them or you hate them. I like them. I wish there were enough to make a small league without having to go buy the damn action figures. Like the Monday Night Raw or Monday Night War figures, you couldn't find them anywhere. I couldn't. And I heard a lot of other people couldn't either. I wanted Rob Van Dam. If they would sell them for like $2.99, I think people are going to buy that. So far as in-game content. Obviously, you're not going to sell them for $2.99 in the store. So, yeah, it looks, you know, it's Bo Dallas now. So it looks a little bit better from there. But you only see such a little part of his face that I don't know that it makes that big a difference unless you're going to, like I said, strip it down and put some sort of maybe his old wrestling gear on him or something like that. And I think, I'm not sure, but I'm almost positive there's some sort of makeup on his eyes and stuff to darken it. So you probably can't get that same Bo Dallas look that you would have had. But we'll take a look at all that after the match. I do like the theme song. I've been a fan of this one. It's got a good vibe. So there's 2 out of the 3. Yeah, we got the old song back. Yes. I had heard someone say that was tied in. Now, whether or not we can use that song, like can I add that song to another wrestler's entrance, I don't know. That's something else we can check on. That is a creepy fucking face, man. I'm just going to say it. I think Cody currently holds my Mattel Championship, so he might have a challenger coming his way in the near future. Yeah, I really like this song. This was my favorite. When he first came out to this back in FCW, or it might have been it was either very much at the end of FCW or the very beginning of NXT. But when this song came out and he had this entrance and everything, man, it was creepy as fuck. Nice. Scott W in the house. Yeah, I'm with you, man. I really enjoyed the early Bray Wyatt. And I've mentioned this on this channel before. If you've never seen his first Bray Wyatt interview, it was FCW. And he's just in this dark room with his barely backlighting, like an orange light in the corner or some shit. And he talks about the whole backstory to his dad and how essentially blew him up on a boat and all that. It was, I remember watching that promo and going, what the fuck? Because we all knew him as Husky Harris, and it's like, okay, who are you trying to play with this Bray Wyatt? And we all saw the Waylon Mercy similarities, and it's like, okay, but then he did that promo, and it's like, nope, never mind, man. It's his, he's already outdone Waylon Mercy by a long shot. Trying to put Uncle Howdy out quick. Blaze Radio in the house. Blazed, I don't have any outrage at all because they told us what DLC packs we were getting. And we agreed to it. And we're getting them. This was never mentioned, so why would I expect it? As a matter of fact, I encourage, I say get rid of the DLC packs altogether and just release the wrestlers at $2.99 a piece. And then you can a la carte the ones you want and not get the ones you don't want. Uncle Howdy going to town with that kendo stick. Or maybe instead of the $2.99 a piece, if you get 3, you only pay, $6.99 or something like that. Do a combo meal. Like McDonald's does. That would be a good topic for a McWrestling show. Again, I disagree. And for me to defend 2K, come on, man. This might be the first and only time. Good timing on that one. I hope he does the spider thing because I want to see what that mask looks like. Uncle Howdy taking the Fiend down. Yeah, you know what, Blaze? I was of the opinion that they were going to fuck that up from the beginning. And thus far, they pretty much have. There's still potential that they might pull it out. I think Murphs did a good video on, what he would have booked him in. And I thought that was definitely a doable angle. Wasn't my favorite content that he's ever come up with. He comes up with some great stories and great ideas. But it was still better than anything they've done with him. I think Bray Wyatt was the driving force behind what would have been the Wyatt 6, and he would have been in the ear constantly. And I don't know that Bo Dallas has that level of creativity in him. Maybe he does, I don't know. I would think he's really relying on conversations that he had with his brother. But does he have the ear of the writing team as much? I don't know. But yeah, they really haven't, to your point, done much with them as of yet. And I think the more time goes by, the less likely you are to do it. You haven't given them any meat. And there never should have been an appetizer with this one. They never should have come out with, okay, we're going to come after Chad Gable. And it was like, come on, man. That's like a warm-up, and this is not about a warm-up. They should have come out and gone after the Bloodline. They should have come out and gone after Dom and company over there in Judgment Day. Well, there's the reverse. Oh, it's the wrong character. Sorry. I need the spider out of the other one. Sister Abigail on the stick. But Bo Dallas there to make the save. I should say Uncle Howdy. I beg your pardon. Stand by. I got a call I got to take. Never fails. Okay, let's take a look at these guys and see what they look like behind the scenes. By the way, I heard AJ Styles had a really bad injury. I don't know what exactly it is, but it's supposed to be pretty bad. Like, maybe that's it. Which is kind of sad if it's true. All right, what are we looking for? Fiend. Like I said, the photograph itself, the thumbnail, is really good. Let's see where we're at with this. So it looks like the mask is a one piece, and I guess it snaps on from the sides, which would make sense. And again, that's supposed to be sculpted from JoJo's face. It's upside down, so it's a little hard to even see if there's any resemblance. It's a good looking mask, though. Yeah, I wanted to see something real quick. Can you remove it? Maybe you can't remove it. Let's see. Yeah, there's no removing it. Okay, well, there goes that. Let's take a look. Like I said, there's a lot of details gone into this thing, from just the way he designed it. I'm sure everybody's seen the Immortal video. There's that belt buckle. And then on the trunks, you can pretty closely make it out. I'm not wearing my glasses right now, but let me in. In this case, it just says let me in, but I was under the impression hold on a minute, I'm trying to see if I can make anything else out of this. Looks like there's some, I just really can't get close enough to read it. But I thought it was supposed to have like his kids' names or something like that in there. But this does look pretty beastly. Yeah, Blaze, this was something he had done and was getting ready to debut it, and then, of course, he passed away maybe a month before it would have gone on the air. And if you watch that documentary that they did for Bray Wyatt, They actually show you this stuff. The whole costume is there. It was made. And Bo tells a little bit of the story as to, where he wanted to go with the character and things like that. Which, again, that's why I'm saying I can't complain about this, because there's no way. I don't know if they would have put this. Let's assume he did debut it and all that stuff. They probably would have done what they did with this, I guess, because it would have been even more current and maybe even more justifiable for the $9.99. They took a lot of heat for doing the Bad Bunny last year, and I don't think they sold 2 of them. I mean, who the hell's going to spend $10 on Bad Bunny? You got to be a Bad Bunny fan to be doing that. Now, if you can't remove his mask, then it's kind of really becomes almost pointless, and he seems a little on the thin side. Not saying the man's fat, but he's definitely put on a few pounds since the last time we saw him in the ring. And you can't remove the mask. So that's really kind of pointless. I've seen the hell's the word I'm looking for? Video images of him without the mask on. So it's definitely Bo's face under there, but what good is it if we can't remove the mask and make a Bo Dallas out of it? One King's in the house. I'm doing good, buddy. How you doing? That's really disappointing that you can't remove the mask. Now, they probably have a version of it up. People like Status will go and remove the mask probably and have it up. We can check on that in a minute, too. Oh, I just realized something. You're never going to get a look at the Elite figures because there's nothing you can do with them. You can't change the tires or anything, so they don't show up in this. Interesting point. All right, let us go to Community Creations and see what has happened. Yes, they did throw in the Bray Wyatt theme song on the Mattel figure. And what I'm going to check right after this is if you can assign that theme song to other characters or if it's locked to that figure. So we'll stick around. We'll check on that in a minute. Let's see. It's been so long. Got a funny feeling it's probably going to be posted without the mask. Yeah, there's Bo. Let's see. What's the status? In-game edit. Can be an alternate attire for Uncle Howdy 24. So, yeah. He got the mask off, so there is a Bo Dallas. There you go. But then you're taking up another call slot, which I don't know that I need that for Bo Dallas, who's not actually doing anything much. Yeah, they got all the extra CM Punks available if you want to go and grind it out. I'm not a massive Punk fan. I mean, I'm okay with him. I'm okay without him. I certainly don't care if I have him with long hair and a bald head and a mask. None of that stuff matters to me. And I'm certainly not going to spend the time and energy. Let's see, what did he do here? The Fiend 21 in-game edit. Custom portrait. Commentary. Ring announcer. New mask. 2020 attire. 2021 attire. Already an alternate attire for our Fiend Bear Wyatt. Well, we already have the Fiend Bray Wyatt, so I'm good. I wouldn't need another one. And I really like this one a whole lot, to be honest with you. I wish he could have had even, a couple of months to do something with it. Here's Wyatt 18. There you go. Now we're talking. I really enjoyed that one the most. The one on the far right there. So they are available without the mask if you want to use up a call slot. I only have one open right now, and that's just so I can go in and check on these edits and stuff like that and see. Now, I'm curious to see with this. Yeah, that's what I figured. He just put hair on it. And would he have changed the tattoos up? It looks like he did. Doesn't have the chest tattoo on the first one. Like what he did with the shirt. I'm not feeling the hair, though. I know he had the long hair, but that's not quite the style. But given what you have to work with. Dynasty X, looking for more hairstyles. Yeah, I know creators are always looking for more hairstyles. I feel your pain. CM Punk SES pack, in-game edit. And this is kind of my point right here. If I was so inclined that I wanted to have a CM Punk from the SES time period, then I would just soon grab this. I'm not going to spend the time and energy with my faction, but at the same time, I really don't need it. You got a bald version? I guess he did. So again, if you're a massive CM Punk fan, you probably want all of these. I'm just okay with CM Punk. I don't care one way or another. Sometimes I don't mind watching him. Other times I don't care that I'm watching him. Speaking of stuff that I couldn't care about watching, let's talk about NXT for a minute. Brian Pillman Jr., I'm nothing against the guy. But after last night, and it's equally him, and I forget the guy's name he was wrestling, because I don't think we'll be seeing him too much longer. It was a horrible match. It was by far the worst match I've seen in a decade, bar none. I mean, it was just bad. The timing and everything was botched and missed and awkward. I mean, Pillman goes up to, run up the ropes and do a crossbody off the top, and he misses a step and then has to catch himself and reestablish balance. And this idiot just stands there the whole time like, okay, I'm waiting for you to crossbody block me. It's like you have to improvise. You can't. It looks stupid. And they did that throughout the match. There was constant, no, your left arm, your other left arm. It was just horrible. And not for nothing, Julia has done nothing to impress me. I've never seen her before. I know all the hype. Where it ain't living up to no hype. There's nothing about her matches that stands out. At least not yet. I know she hasn't done much, but I was excited to see what all the talk's about, and I'm still waiting to see what all the talk's about. Thought it was not good. Not good at all. Wasn't a good night for NXT. I can't think of a single thing on NXT last night that I thought was decent or good. I just didn't. Some of my downloaded calls lost their hair. Yep. That happened to a lot of people with one of the patch updates, and that's kind of a normal thing that does happen. All right, let's go to the entrances here and see if we can put the cool music. You know what? I bet we can't because the elite figures generally don't show up. But let's find out. Excuse me. So just for laughs. We'll bring this one in. Fiend Bray Wyatt. Oh, wait, maybe. Oh, maybe you can. Let's see. So there you go. You can use the Fiend music on other characters in-game. Yeah, I mean, look, I generally NXT is one of the shows that I will watch. I love Fallon Henley. I think she should have been on the main roster by now. And I guess they're not doing the training center anymore, right? Performance center. They're on the road all the time now. Now that they got the WB contracts. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave this entrance song on here. All right, let me see something here. Sure, why not WrestleMania? All right, Cody's going to defend the Mattel Championship at WrestleMania.
Is a casket match and is for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
Dynasty, my problem with the storylines is that they're as predictable as the main roster storylines. Everyone's going to go running to Ava. Ava's going to give them the matches or make them go through a match to get to the match. Nothing feels organic anymore. It's very scripted. Over the top scripted, you might say. It's a creepy face for an entrance. By the way, is this Mattel figure like legitimately available right now, or was it already released? I don't recall ever seeing it, but it is pretty cool. If he would have walked out with that look on his face in real life, that would have been fucking perfect. Cody has not defended the Mattel Championship in a little while now, so he may be ring rusty. We'll see. Been a lot of talk about Cody going heel and how they're setting it up, and I think that would be a massive mistake. I saw a documentary the other day on Tom Cruise saying he is the last movie star, and they go into all the reasons why, and they're right. And I feel like Cody Rhodes is the last babyface. After him, there are no more. You'll have people that play babyface, but there won't be any that are. And I think to do that to him is an injustice, not only to him, but to the fans. And I don't know how anybody could argue that he's better as a babyface than he is as a heel. We've seen him do both. It's like, why would we want to root against Dusty Rhodes? The same reason we wouldn't want to root against Dusty's kid. But what do I know, right? That's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen.
Introducing the
1/2 an ounce of plastic.
Parts unknown. Weighing in at 285 pounds, Bray Wyatt. And his opponent from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 220 pounds, the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
Cody with his torn pec, looking down at the plastic. From the 20 pounds of gold to the 0.5 of an ounce of plastic. And this is what it's all about. The casket being brought down to ringside.
Disqualifications or countouts. The only way to win is for a superstar to force their opponent inside of the casket. After closing the casket lid shut, the remaining superstar will be declared the winner. Now, let the match begin.
No holds barred, and here we go. Oh, shoot, did I? Hold on. I didn't realize I had myself set to play as Bray. Wyatt getting off to a slow start. Thrown out now on top. Oh, wait a minute. What's going to happen here? What's going to happen here? Cody with a DDT on top of the casket. Wasting no time at all, bringing the casket into play. Everything is legal in this one. The match only ends when one of these two men puts their opponent inside the casket and closes the lid. And now Wyatt turning things around. He's got Cody by the casket. Slams him inside the casket. This could be over quickly. We might have a new champion right here. Wyatt trying to close the lid and Cody having nothing to do with it. First attempt by Bray Wyatt, who now brings out the sledgehammer and goes to work on the Nightmare. The Fez press and follows it up with a series of right hands, and now the champion in trouble. You will notice there is no official for this match. Driving the knee of the champion into the ringside area. Trying to soften him up. And now Wyatt face first, planting Cody. This match is taking place almost entirely on the floor. Cody Rhodes is in trouble. Up in the air, and now Bray Wyatt. Power bomb into the casket. That's it. Cody trying to fight that lid, and he manages to keep that lid from closing. Well, for the second time tonight, Cody Rhodes has found himself in the precarious position of having to fight from inside the casket. There's a nice cutter right there using the top rope. And now Bray Wyatt with a DDT dropping Cody Rhodes. The sound of plastic ringing throughout the crowd. Cody now, what's he going for right here? Pedigree! Taking a book out of the page of the COO. And now Cody goes under the ring, comes up with a steel chair, and again, all of this is legal. You can do anything you want, as much as you want. Title on the line, goes for the big four, nobody home, and Sister Abigail on the floor. But now Bray Wyatt's got to find a way to get Cody over to the casket. Will the third time be a charm? And now returns the favor using that steel chair on Cody. What a battle. J-Rock's in the house. Welcome aboard, buddy. Stomping away on the arm. Oh, he's got him down the gullet. That mandible claw cutting off the air supply, and Cody Rhodes is in a lot of trouble right now. The only thing going for him is geographically, he's about as far away from that casket as he could hope to be. American Nightmare now sending the challenger, sets him up, Crossroads on the floor. Talk about the great equalizer, that might be it. Cody once again going under the ring. What's he going to pull out this time? He's got a shovel. And Bray Wyatt able to get that away from Cody before he can do any damage with it. Driving the American Nightmare back first across the guardrail. That's definitely going to take some starch out of him. Under the bottom rope, and now the challenger follows him into the ring. This might be the first time in the night where they've been in the ring together. And, oh, he tried to put Cody out. And this time he's got him in the casket. Can he close the lid and become the champion? No. Crossroads again. This crowd is coming unglued right now, ladies and gentlemen. Cody Rhodes has yet to put Bray Wyatt into the casket and attempt to close the lid on him. He has been in there 3 times already, the champion has. Hammering away with those plastic fists. And now switching to the right side. Ambidextrous pugilist at its best. And now what's he going to do here? Series of elbows to the midsection. Bray Wyatt breaking free. And will try once again to turn the tide a little bit if he can. The champion sent careening down in the direction. Oh, look out. Just threw that kendo stick and caught the champion right between the eyes. Cody thrown underneath the bottom rope, and again they are back in the ring. Wyatt, who has controlled, I would say, the majority of this match, has Cody up, and, oh, he missed. He tried to slam him into the casket, and he missed. How much more can Cody handle? And now Rhodes head first, taking the challenger down. And now Cody throws him into the casket the first time. Wyatt trying to fight off that lid. And he does. The power of the Fireflies rising to the occasion. Cody continues the offense now. Momentum is in his favor as he goes once again for the pedigree. That took a lot out of him as well. You have to wonder how much that throw from the ring to the floor took out of Cody. Wyatt sent stumbling down towards the guardrail. Cody's got that kendo stick now going to work. Wyatt with a mandible claw, and the champion is down ringside, desperately trying to get some air. He may have blacked out. Once again, Wyatt as far away from that casket as he could possibly be, and now you've got to figure out how to get the champion all the way back to the other side of the ring. And right now he is dead weight. Wyatt has picked up, I don't know, is that a baseball bat? Looks like a baseball bat. Oh, and he just nailed Cody. They are breaking out the ranged weapons here. Cody back to his feet. Bray Wyatt, oh, look out. Cody fighting his way out. Wyatt was looking at that casket. He had an idea. Cody, springboard drop kick perfectly placed. And now the challenger slow to get back to his feet. Here's the Irish whip. Over the top rope into the casket he goes. Can Cody close the lid? He is trying desperately to close the lid, and Wyatt will not have it. going for the crossroads. Hits it. This time he's close enough to the casket. If he can get him in, that might be enough to finish it off. Wyatt's in the casket. Cody Rhodes looking to remain the Mattel champion. Wyatt fights out once again. It has been back and forth. These two men have absolutely put their bodies through hell, and it's not over yet. Champion sends him to the ropes, back out front, knee right to the midsection. And Wyatt is down and out with that grin pasted on his face. And now Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, going after the ring steps momentarily. Caught him with a forearm to the head. That one shook the challenger. Rhodes to the top. Elbow misses the target. And Bray Wyatt sends him through the ropes. He landed awkwardly into the casket, and now Bray Wyatt gonna look for it. Can he get the lid shut? Cody Rhodes still not done yet. He's got the sledgehammer, and the champion now using it. Going to work on the challenger, right next to the casket. Cody Rhodes asking him to get back up. I'm not sure how much more Bray Wyatt can take. He gets up though with a clothesline. He is not human. And first into the casket, shuts the lid. This has been brutal, ladies and gentlemen. Wyatt now has got the American Nightmare up, bringing him over to the casket, and he dropped him head first. I'm not sure how much more of this he can take. Wyatt working on the arm, not bad enough. The pec has been torn. And now that sledgehammer being used against Cody. He brought it into the match. Look at Wyatt with that evil grin on his face, beckoning the champion to get to his feet. The Izaguri, down goes the champion, and now Wyatt opening the lid. He thinks this is his time. Maybe this is his opportunity. We will see. Head first into the post. Bray Wyatt is in complete control right now. Sister Abigail, that might be enough. All he's got to do is get him over to the casket. What is he doing? Maybe making a mistake right there. I think his opportunity. Oh, look at this. Mandible claw once again, and Cody is fading quickly. Again. Oh, if you're the champion at this point in time, you almost have to hope that this match ends. Wyatt, I think, realizes that he has got him right where he wants him, but he's looking to deal out more punishment. That could end up being a mistake. The American Nightmare back on his feet now. And once again, the action going towards the far end. And both men going to have to make a near 30-foot trip to get back to the casket, and that's the only way this match can end. Here goes the Spanish announce table. And Cody setting up for another pedigree, and he nails him with it. Cody Rhodes going outside the ring. I'm not sure what he's thinking about now. He's got the sledge back inside. And Wyatt picks up the kendo stick. Oh, and he just smashed it across the head of the champion. And broke it over the head of Cody Rhodes. Splinters everywhere. Shards of bamboo littering the ringside area as Cody Rhodes lays face down in what would be a pool of blood if he wasn't made out of plastic. Bray Wyatt bringing the champion over. Puts him into the casket. Can he keep him down? Wyatt goes for the lid. Cody fighting it off. Wyatt's got the lid almost closed. Do we have a new champion? No! Where is Cody getting this from? I think, oh, look at this. Crossroads. Where is Cody Rhodes coming up with the energy to fight back? And now it is Bray Wyatt in the casket. The champion looking to retain the championship. Can he get the lid shut? He is trying every way he possibly can. He's got his full body weight on top of that, and Bray Wyatt is not giving it up. But Cody has done it. He has sealed the deal, and he remains the Mattel champion. Can nobody beat the American Nightmare? Damn, that wasn't a half bad match for a casket match. I liked it. I was hoping to have a new champion, but hey, you know, that's part of the fun of simming those things. All right, well, we've taken a look at the pack. I'd say it's worth $9, you know, $10. Definitely, you're getting enough value for the money. The Fiend by itself probably wouldn't have been, but better than Bad Money. But you got the Fiend, you got Bo Dallas as Uncle Howdy. It sucks that you can't remove the mask, but either way, you would still need another cost slot. The mask is removed and available on Community Creations, as I kind of suspected it would be. So if you really want a Bo Dallas, it's there. And then you got the Mattel, which I like the Mattels. Think back to about, 3 or 4 years ago when they had the big bobblehead dudes, and that was stupid as... Yeah. So compared to that, the Mattels makes more sense, you know. Almost everybody that's a wrestling fan either does or has collected wrestling figures at one point in time or another. And most of us used them at some point in time, whether it was the old LJN or the Mattels or the whatevers, and kind of made our own matches up and stuff like that. And this kind of gives you a chance to do that without having to do stop motion and stuff like that. And it's kind of cool in its own way. I think there's enough nostalgia to it to make it work. But again, not everybody. So, different strokes for different folks. That's the way it works. All right. Well, that's going to wrap it up, I think, for this one. Thanks for stopping by and checking things out. I do appreciate y'all. Right now, I'll tell you, not a big surprise, right? I've been doing a lot of Amendment 1 comparative to the wrestling stuff, and that's just because of what's going on right now. And to me, that is the number one thing that I need to be focused on. I think we all need to be focused on, and I'm going to try and that's why I keep it separate. So if you're looking, you know, to discuss political views, or if you want to get some information that you may not have had access to, because I know a lot of people don't spend nearly as much time looking at this stuff as I do, and maybe I shouldn't, but I feel it's necessary for me to know as much as I possibly can know, and I know that I can't get information from the real news. So I have to go out and find it on my own through people who actually just on their own go out to these areas and things like that. And yeah, some of the stuff is from the real news, but it's also a matter of dissecting what's legitimate and what's not, which nowadays, hey, let's just be real. So anyway, Amendment 1 is all about that stuff. So if that's something that you're interested in and you want to, have those discussions and discourse, then Amendment 1, check that out. I've got another one coming up, maybe even later today. I'm going to see. I've got some errands and stuff I have to run, but if I've got it in me at the end, I've got plenty of video in the cannon, so to speak, so we might do something with it later today. But in the meantime, if it says WWE2K24 on it, it's going to be this kind of stuff. And what I will say is that if November 5th goes the way it should, then I will probably go back to doing some 2K24 content on a regular basis. Right now, I just can't focus on it. I just can't. And I hope that changes, and I hope we can get back to normal, before the crazy all came about 4 years ago. So, again, if you want more information on that, Amendment 1, look for that soon. And otherwise, you can look for the 2K stuff here. It just isn't going to be all that often between now and November 5th. And quite honestly, depending on how November 5th goes, that might be it. I might be up and out of here. I'm actually looking at options because this country is going to be unrecognizable. All right, enough of that. Check it out on the other channel, or not the other channel, but the other program if you're so interested. In the meantime, have a great rest of your day. I will catch up with you guys in the near future, and stay safe.